From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your morning update.
Well, happy Monday morning to you. We're going to take a look at the latest fires, the perimeters. We're going to take a look at the latest heat signatures coming in from those fires and take a look at the distances from the communities. But here's one thing I want you to remember. These fires are a moving target, and the data just kind of keeps coming in kind of throughout the day. So when you're watching this, some of the data that you're about to look at may have changed. So if you really do want to keep a close eye on these things, I suggest that you put on the 24-hour channel that I have here at Weather NorCal. You can get it at weathernorcal.com. You can get it on Roku, Amazon Fire Stick. Just search for Weather NorCal in those app channels. I'm still waiting for Apple TV to get their act together, but if you do have an Apple TV, YouTube in general, just go to YouTube and then search for Weather NorCal and you can find a live channel there as well. And of course you can get it from your app. Just click on the live channel section there, then tap the play button and that will play the live channel on your phone as well from the app. So be sure to check out all those resources because again, this information that you're seeing here, it's all going to change. So there you can see all of the fire perimeters here as we take a look at the latest data coming in. And what we're looking at here, these heat signatures, the red, that's the latest data that's coming in, all right? So that's data that the satellites have detected most recently. Okay, so that's the most recent data as far as heat signatures are concerned. When we get the yellows and oranges, about a day or two old, and then it gets up to 7 days old when you start getting into the gray colors. So just kind of, you know, when you're looking at these heat signatures, that's what you're looking at here. So you can see the different distances. And quite honestly, I mean, even over the last week, these distances that you're looking at here from all of the fires, from the Scott fire, from the Head fire, they just have not changed much, which is obviously a good thing. We don't want them getting any closer to these communities. Now you can see the U-Fish fire, the outward perimeters where we're seeing most activity, the Malone fire on the south side of the fire there, both a little over 6 miles from Happy Camp. We take you out to the Deep fire, and look at this. I mean, we're not even seeing any red or even any gray on the map here, at least for the heat signatures. So we're just not seeing any recent activity with the Deep fire. So that's keeping these distances pretty much the same from what you've seen here from even a week ago. Okay, so we look at the Smith River complex. This is the fire closest of the complex. Now, of the fire that's closest to, say, Smith River, Crescent City, and Hyuchi, what you'll notice is there's no recent activity with that part of the fire. Okay, but when we take a look at, kind of go to the east here, this is where we're seeing most of the recent activity here. So you have this part of the fire. It's about 1.6 miles from Gas Key. Now, we do have another part of the fire here that may be a little bit closer here. And you can see the fire perimeter comes right here and some of the most recent activity as well. So yeah, I mean, it's kind of coming in from both sides here, unfortunately, when we're talking about Gas Key. But again, we're not seeing any recent activity or any really much in the way of new growth on this side of the fire, but it's this side that we may have to be on the lookout for. But this is why I say this data is going to be changing here pretty rapidly, so you want to check the latest data if you are concerned about that. Now we take a look at Hyuchi here, and this is the outer perimeter here, about 6 miles at this point, but you'll see here no recent activity coming in from that part of the fire. Meanwhile, we take you out to the Perch fire. Boy, a lot of recent activity coming from there, and that is about 2.3 miles from Orleans. We take you down to the south here. This is good. I haven't really seen much recent activity here lately out of the Lone Pine fire, so we really haven't seen it change much as far as Hoopa or Willow Creek is for that matter. There's a closer look here at the overall perimeter here, but we look at the Pilot fire down to the south here. That's where we're seeing some of the most recent activity. About 8.8 miles from Dinsmore, 11.5 to Mad River, and about 5.5 miles from High Palm. And finally, up north to the Lost fire. No recent activity with this one, no red, not even any gray from 7 days ago. So we haven't seen these numbers change much either. Now the smoke is obviously something we've got to keep a close eye on. And we've seen more of this smoke kind of spreading more to the east, making its way as far east as even Modoc County. Now we can see here that's going to be the case again as we go into tonight, pushing to the east. Big plume of smoke and very dense smoke in western Siskiyou County, not to mention into eastern Del Norte County as well. That will kind of push a little bit to the south, so places like tomorrow morning for northern Trinity County, in particular western Siskiyou County, definitely seeing some of that haze and that smoke. All right, so let's kind of break away from the fires and smoke, and let's just talk about the overall forecast now. And here's the deal. We've got highs near normal, no major heat waves in sight, and there's some rain in the forecast as well. So here's what we expect here for today. We are going to see some hazy skies for parts of the inland areas, but the coast looking at temperatures in the low 60s for your highs. For Trinity County, there may be some haze and smoke out there as well. Otherwise, sunny skies with highs in the low 90s today. Now, looking at your future cast, what we're seeing here is we're not going to see any rain here today. We're not going to see rain here for tomorrow. In fact, for the first half of this week, I do not anticipate to see any rainfall at all. However, by the time we get into around Thursday or Friday, we start to see some of that rain move in for all of Northern California. Then by Saturday and Sunday, we're still seeing some rain on the map here, and even quite possibly Monday of next week before it dries out again here. Bottom line is we're still seeing some inconsistencies in the overall timing of this rain, but as it stands right now, maybe as early as Thursday evening, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then maybe into Monday. That's what it's looking like right now. And it's not going to mean everyone's going to see rain every single day. It just means the chances are there, and it's something we need to keep a close eye on, especially if you do have those outdoor plans. So those temperatures kind of going up and down a bit, but we really see a nice drop in your temperatures by the end of the week and this upcoming weekend, back down into the 70s, as a matter of fact. So we'll certainly take that. All right, let's go and take a look at your forecast here as we take a look at the wave heights. And you can see here, 1 to 2 feet. So really not a major concern as far as those wave heights are concerned. We're going to take you into your Tuesday as well. They increase a little bit, as you can see here, but really not by much. So here's your marine forecast for today. There are winds from the northwest at 5 to 10 knots, waves from the northwest at 3 feet at about 4 seconds. There's your high tide at 11:41 this morning and your low tide at 4:13 this afternoon. No advisories are in the forecast. So here's what it looks like today. Temperatures low 90s for many of us in Trinity County, mid to upper 80s for the inland areas, and those 60s here for the coast. There's your 7-day outlook. So here's what I've done here with the forecast. For Hoopa, I've included a chance for showers on Friday. Quite honestly, we should probably have a chance in there for Saturday, Sunday. So be sure to look at that for the noon update here. But for Weaverville, chance for showers for your Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And for the coast right now, I've mainly got chances for showers on Friday, but that may change as well. There's your 7-day outlook for Eureka, and we got dry conditions, low to mid 60s through Thursday, and there's that chance for showers by Friday.